What's going on, y'all? It's Jay Small Reviews here, back at it again with another video. This time bringing you guys some quick overview thoughts on the November 5th card, Geechi versus Mook being the headliner announced. We don't have a name yet. And I just wanted to pop in to say, these past 2 weeks, I missed my third upload of the week. I only gave you guys 2 uploads each week, I believe. And 2 things play into that. One, I am busy. I'm a part-time student. Just want to let you guys know. And I kind of said before, we might start moving. A couple weeks are going to have 2 uploads as opposed to 3. But just letting you guys know if there's a little bit of inconsistency in terms of the Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule, your 3-video schedule. It's just because I had a lot going on. We're definitely going to round back around to that. Just got to weather the storm with me. Also wanted to say that it's looking like it might be a quiet month in October. At the very end of the month, we have Blood, Sweat, and Tears. 7 over at RB. Definitely going to be giving that a check out, reviewing some of those battles, possibly reviewing the whole event if it's available for the public to watch pay-per-view. And then as for URL, I believe that this November 5th card is their big October card that Beasley talked about on Hip Hop Is Real. Push back a week. I could be wrong. If announcements change that, let it be changed, but they said it would rival a Summer Madness type of card, and with a headliner like Geechi versus Mook, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the card that's going to have the budget to match that. But I also want to say real quick before we get into the full video, right into the topic, I'm going to start with Geechi versus Mook. Thank you guys for 100 subscribers. I really just love doing this. Views, whatever it is, the numbers, I definitely check up on them because that's how you check the growth of your channel. And man, I just love making this content. Could be 40 of you guys subbed, could be 1,000 of you guys subbed. I've gotten so much love from so many different members. Just that guys, the people that comment, people that I've been able to chop battle rap with up with on Twitter, the Champion Gold Executive Suite. This whole experience has been fantastic, and it means everything to me. So I just want to thank you guys real quick for that. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into Geechi versus Mook first, and then talk about some of the matchups that I would hope are on the undercard for this. So first, and I'll say it for I think the 4th or 5th time, but we are going to talk about Geechi versus Mook. This is the headliner. This is what they announced at SM to reveal this card to us. The card does not have a name yet. URL did rumor that they would, I believe Beasley said it in a Hip Hop Is Real interview, that they plan on having a large event at the end of October to rival SM. So I'm thinking that this could possibly be that card pushed a week back. Maybe they announced the October event, and I'm not aware, but I believe the November 5th event is that big October event. So for you guys that follow interviews, follow the news cycle, this, I think, is our other big card of the year. And, I mean, when you talk about Geechi versus Mook, that is a big budget battle. Obviously, Mook is, always going to be a price to bring out, and a spectacle at that, the promo he's going to bring, as well as Geechi, who just battled Lux, battled Hollow, Diz. He's just going on a full resume, God-tier run, filling up everything that can be filled up in terms of battle rap. And this is one of those last few battles they said he might get. And it looks like they're going to, with Geechi talking about this being his final year, they're pushing him all the way, giving him everything he wants before he takes a break. And I think it's a cool battle. I'm not, I'd be lying if I said I'm over the moon about it. I am one of those people that when a Mook battle comes up, I'm not going to say that I'm just down. I'm not as critical as others, but I'm also not, jumping. I understand that this means a lot more marketing-wise than it might mean battle quality-wise. I thought Mook versus Rock was a decent battle. I know people give Mook a lot of props, and I do believe, he has gotten the win for that battle. His third was greatly executed. No matter how you feel about the truth behind it, it was extremely greatly executed, and it brought together a 3-round concept where after his third, you liked his second and his first more. I think the battle's a little closer than people give it credit for. But I thought it was a light Rock, a good Mook, and Mook's best setting. And I believe that is kind of the crown jewel that people bring up for Mook when he gets matchups like this, because the Reed battle's not good, the Iron battle's not good, the Verb battle's okay. We could go on and on, but Legend versus aspiring legend, I do think Geechi's going to take this one clear. Now, in terms of real in-depth predictions for this, we're going to wait until the full card is announced if you want to hear my how this could play out in the setting and this. But as just off top, I do have Geechi 2-1 clear. I think Geechi's really good when he gets these God tiers and talked about topics that we want to hear talked about. I think he did a really good job with his approach for Lux. Even though people have him losing battles like Surf and like Tay-Rock, who I do kind of consider of these upper tiers. I get that the Mooks and the Luxes are different in terms of the picture, the optics god tier, but when you look at actual difficulty and top of the mountain battles, I consider those two god tier too. I think Geechi took those opportunities and had great approaches in that as well. I think his third versus Hollow was really good. I do think that he just brings some decent approaches when he gets these god tiers. And there's a lot of stuff we want to hear someone talk to Mook about, and I just don't think anyone has done it right. And this will be the first time Geechi will really, I think, break it down. Verb touched on it a little with the "you're not one of us," but I think Geechi's a little bit of a better angler and can just make it a little more digestible for people to be like, yeah, I see it that way. So I'm excited for his approach. I think Mook on a stage, I just can't really bet on that. I think he'll have some cool stuff. Maybe a twist on the gangbanger approach everyone mentions when they battle Gotti. Maybe him, what he built, another like he did versus Rock. I built this, and I really don't know what the approach is going to be for this battle. It's a battle I feel okay about happening. It's obviously a big-name headliner, and going in, I have Geechi taking the battle clear. And now I'll get into some matches that I just think should happen in the undercard. Obviously, from here, it's going to be rumors and a lot of just, personally what I'd like to see or what I think is going to go down. So I'm going to keep this a little short. I don't want to be doing full-on breakdowns for battles that we don't even know if they're going to happen. But first battle I want to run off that I think should be on the undercard, Suge versus Easy. Real Talk versus Real Talk. You have Easy's run, the best run in battle rap right now, versus Suge, another great run that's happening in battle rap right now. Before this battle didn't make sense, I did say I want to see Easy take the Johns, DNAs, and Suges, those middle level, I don't want to say middle level top tier because these guys are legends too, but I know he's shooting for the goods, the Verbs. Calico battle was great. I like taking that look, but I actually want to see some top tiers that might be a little more difficult than Verb. I know Verb's name might match up to his difficulty a little bit more sometimes. So I think Suge right now, with the way he's revamped himself with the Real Talk, another Real Talk versus Real Talk matchup, which have all been fire for Easy. Pretty much every Easy battle for the most part has been pretty rewatchable. And I think Suge will be motivated for this. He said he wants Verb in the volume and Easy on the stage. And the way he's been battling, if he's able to put up another great performance versus Easy, he's earned his resume to look like that. When a guy's doing great, I want him to get the battles he asked for. If he's on a 3 to 4 battle run and we're not giving the battles he's asked for, what is the point of a battler giving his effort and going on a great 3 to 4 battle run? It's the way I view it, and it's why I want to see Suge versus Easy for sure on the November 5th undercard for Geechi versus Mook. And that leads into a battle that I don't actually want to see, but I think we're going to see. And that's Chess versus Rex. It was booked for the October card. Unless something changes, I believe November 5th would be that big October card. Just got pushed a week back. And this battle was already in the talk, so I believe that would lead to it. And I don't know if Chess has battled himself out of it after the atrocity that he had versus Shotgun Suge on SM12. But I see that, Rex obviously doesn't have that many battles left. I'm sure Mook, as the headliner in this card, is like, I want to get Rex on the undercard. I want my mans on the undercard. So this battle will go down one way or another. I remember when Nitty versus Rex went down as a rematch, even though Nitty wasn't nearly coming off such a kind of a rough year as Chess is. It was still a battle that didn't really make sense, and it was an battle. So I could definitely see Chess and Rex as being that battle that makes it because Mook got his guy on the card. Don't really know what I'd expect too much of this went down. It's just something that, like I said, I'm not looking forward to, but I think is going to go down. And then that gets me into Calico versus Charlie Clips. Now, this is a mega matchup that I think would be great on the undercard. Calico has been calling out Clips recently. He said he's outside. These two, there's only so many big stages left, and this would have to be a big stage battle. In my opinion, these are two of the top 5 battlers of all time when you break down just body of work, moments, really the whole package. And there just happen to also be 2 of my top 5 favorite battle rappers of all time. So maybe that coincides, maybe it doesn't, but 2 legends, no doubt about it. And this is one of those matchups that really just should have went down by now. It's like when Cal and Verb went down. And even though the Midwest movement stopped it back then, it's like, yeah, these are legends that haven't battled. And this is another one where it's like they really haven't battled. If you're a newer fan, you might be shocked. But for us, we've been waiting for it forever. It's been booked a couple times, fell through. And now seems like it might be the best time. I know Cal said he wants more than 21 days prep. He wants a month plus, maybe 2 months. If you book it now, you get about that month plus time. I think it would be great. And both of them are masters of the stage. And if you want to have a big card like this, Mook, you want to promote a big budget card like this, I think a Cal and Clips is a perfect big budget battle to be a co-main event and coincide with that. So would love to see that on the undercard as well. And then there's just two more matchups that I want to talk about, and that is Av versus Hollow. Now, obviously, that battle should have, in my opinion, went down at SM12. I'm not sure all the inner workings of it, but Av seemed pretty pissed that it didn't go down. I wouldn't blame him. For me, that had all the momentum. Av deserves a God-tier plate. He hasn't even had anything really God-tier-esque since Clips on Born Legacy Supreme 2, and that's when Clips was doing Battle Rap World Tours. He battled Goody around then, too, I believe. My year might be a little off, but I think that was around when Clips was going through that. And he just didn't even get a full Clips in a pretty, one of the less rewatchable Av battles. So the Hollow battle makes sense. They have promoted so much. This is a big stage battle. Av has graduated to being an elite big stage battler. That's kind of where he thrives now compared to only a small room guy. I still think he's good in those small rooms, but he's even better now in the big stage. And it just makes sense. I know Hollow's kind of downplaying it, but as the op, that's what you're supposed to do. I believe it's a battle that he would definitely take. Hollow has been taking some more obscure new class fights, and I just think that this is a battle that just should go down. It books itself. Please book the battle. And then the last matchup that I think could slide in here is Jazz versus Vixen. I think the ladies deserve some spotlight. Vixen is a blockbuster, box office talent. Jazz is a box office talent, so they can be on a box office card. I think Jazz, they've talked their shit. I think Vixen called out Jazz specifically for November, and they want a stage. There's already some animosity there, and I think that this is going to be a match that isn't too much angly. I think there will be some angles touched on, but I think both of them just write amazing bars. Vixen particularly reminds me of like a young official in a way, with just the potent haymakers, great punches, and Jazz has the jabs and good punches too, but she does a little bit of everything. It's more of that intricate-ish writing versus the brute force punching you down. I personally love matchups like that, and I think that this battle is also big enough in terms of how it sells and how people look at it that it would fit with any other mega matchup on this card. And that is going to round up the battles that I would like to see in the undercard. Keeping it a little shorter in this one just because I like to do my full-on detailed predictions when the full card is out. Full card's not out, but I need a little something to talk about with this card. So we're going over some matchups I'd like to see. So you guys let me know, comment down below, what matchups do you want to see in the November 5th undercard? You could be unrealistic you want and ask for Daylight, or ask for Lux or some of these other battles. I'm not mad at it, but also try to give me a battle that you think really could be on this undercard that you want to see. There's another battler. I know Rum Nitty Smack had talked about putting Rum Nitty on the next big card. Hope Nitty's on this card. Big Nitty fan here, but I don't see matchups that make sense like that. Nitty's talking about sitting out for the bags and the big battles that he wants. I don't want to see Nitty just compromise that, hop on here and take Fonz or Loso or something of that nature. So I don't know how much Rum Nitty we're going to be seeing for the rest of the year, but on this card, I'm not exactly expecting him to pop up, even though I would love it. But that names like that, even other top tiers, K-Shine, after knowing we haven't heard from K-Shine, possibly could be on this undercard. Just give me your guys' matchups of what you'd like to see on here. And yeah, it's going to be maybe a quietish October, like I said at the beginning. I don't know, maybe October still is getting a big card. I'll talk about that if they announce something. But as of right now, I'm treating the November 5th card as I think it is that big October card that got pushed back. And one more thing before I go out. I know I said free to Surf on my Twitter. I know his situation is now a little bit more complex than that, but I'm just sending good energy towards Surf's way. I know life's throwing a lot of bullshit at him right now while he's at the top of his game. So just sending all my good vibes and hope he gets through his situation fantastic and can keep being the great talent and really just a pivotal piece of this culture that he's been. But it's been J Smo Reviews again, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace.